Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Michelle Pearson. I'm one of the lucky people that got to try Philadelphia's new product called Cooking Creme. Now, calling it a product is I think, an understatement. This is a new kitchen tool. It is so versatile. It comes in 3 chef-inspired flavors as well as the original, which is what we're going to use today. It cuts your time of your preparation down greatly. It's in all my recipes, I will always say salt and cream cheese to almost pourable. Now Kraft has done that for us, and this cooking cream, it almost pours out of the carton. It is exactly at least spoonable. What we're going to make for you today is a hot fudge cheesecake. So these are in the 350. I have a 9-inch springform pan that I have sprayed with cooking spray. I have crushed up a cup of Oreo cookies, and I have crushed a cup of vanilla wafers. The reason for that is that one part of my family likes chocolate and the other part doesn't. They prefer having the crust with the vanilla wafers. So I make it half and half. I then take 6 tablespoons of butter and I melt it. I pour half into the Oreos, and I'll pour half into the vanilla wafers. And we'll stir those just enough to get them moist so that I can put them on the bottom of my springform pan. When I was thinking about what to make with the original, it in itself is so versatile. I've put it into meatloaves before. I have put it into dip. And part of me said, well, doing a cheesecake is pretty common, but I haven't done a cheesecake for Kraft yet, so I thought I'd do one of our favorites for you today. So I'll take the cookie crumbs and chocolate ones, and we'll put it on half of this. And you just, with your hands, spread it out on the bottom of the springform pan. And on the other side, I'm going to take the vanilla wafers and do the same thing. From there, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it in the oven and just bake the crust for 10 minutes. Okay, the crust is done, and I'm going to let it come out and sit. You can see how pretty it looks. Let it sit while I'm making the cheesecake. The Philadelphia Cooking Creme, I'm using 2 containers of it, so 20 ounces of the cooking cream. So I've got 1 container in there. I'll put this other one. Pour it, spoon it into here, get all of it out. This is so smooth and creamy, it's unbelievable. And I will beat it just for, I'm going to beat it for a couple of minutes here. And then what I'm going to add to it is 2 teaspoons of vanilla, a tablespoon of lemon juice, and a cup of sugar. And I will beat that for just a minute also. With the new cooking cream, that's all it takes. Now, I put in 3 eggs. Sometimes I do it one at a time. Otherwise, you can do them all at once. It doesn't really matter. And again, we just mix it so it's all well incorporated. And that's all it takes. I mean, it just quickens the time that it takes to make a cheesecake. Now, I'm using a half a cup of toffee bits that I will stir into this. And then what we do is we take, had hot fudge ice cream topping, and I've gotten it, I put it in the microwave and gotten it more liquid. I pour it over the base of my cheesecake. You take it, I don't take it all the way out to the edges, so that it doesn't get outside and make my cheesecake stick to the sides of my container when I loosen the sides of the springform pan. Okay, I'll show you how that looks. And then I take my cream cheese, my cheesecake mixture, and I pour it on top. There. Okay. Now from there, I take my hot fudge, and it's basically another half a cup. And I drizzle it over the cake. Make sure that I get it all. And then from there, I take my my scraper and I swirl it through, so I get a nice pattern. I'll let you see how that looks before I put it back in the oven. I'm going to bring it over here, and that will look just as pretty when I take it out. Now I'm baking it again in a 350. Okay, it's been 45 minutes, and the cheesecake is done. I'm going to show you that the sides are firm, but the middle has a little jiggle, and that is just fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool for maybe 5 minutes and pop the sides. Then you can refrigerate it until you're ready to eat, and when that time comes, I'll show you how it looks plated. Okay, cheesecake has cooled a little bit. You can see how pretty the top and the insides look. I cut a piece. What I usually do is take some whipped cream. I use a pastry tip to do that, and I usually just put a little bit of whipped cream on it. And I take the warm hot fudge and I drizzle it too. Across it to make it pretty. And then take just a little bit of caramel to complement the coffee that I have in it. And do the same with it. Drizzle a little bit across my cheesecake. Okay. And I usually, this is how I present it, a little bit of toffee around it, the whipped cream, the hot fudge, and a little more caramel on it. So, let me taste it. This is really good cheesecake. It's not a really heavy one. Most cheesecake that has a creamy texture to it. And like I said before, the Philadelphia Cooking Creme, the original, is so versatile you can just about do anything with it.